Stoicism, a philosophy endorsed by luminaries like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offers invaluable insights for achieving financial prudence and security. In this video, we'll share 8 Stoic lessons you wish you knew sooner that will motivate you to press on during difficult times. Originating in the 3rd century BC, Stoicism isn't just a philosophical doctrine, but a practical way of life. It promotes values like logical self-control and concentrating on what we can accomplish. Famously, Stoic philosopher and Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius stated, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." To help me expand the Stoic concept, I would appreciate it if you could like the video before we start. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I recommend you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. Number 1. Living within your resources. Living within your means and embracing the Stoic virtue of simplicity are the cornerstones of sound financial management. It's about making deliberate decisions that fit your actual financial situation. Take your monthly expenses, for example. Does it align with your savings and income objectives? Living within your means involves making a budget that accounts for everything in your life, including housing and leisure. It goes beyond simply shunning luxuries. It's about knowing the difference between an ostentatious home that strains your budget and a simple, cozy one. This strategy promotes long-term financial stability and releases people from the burden of excessive debt. Number 2. Distinguishing needs from desires. Stoicism relies on the ability to distinguish between requirements and wants in order to preserve financial equilibrium. Needs such as food, housing, and medical care are necessities for life. On the other hand, wants are items that improve our lives but are not necessary. Take your transportation, for instance. You could require a dependable car to get to work every day. But a fancy automobile with top-notch equipment can be a desire. You may build financial stability by concentrating your spending on necessities and exercising greater restraint while satiating your wants. This approach helps people escape the traps of consumer debt in addition to saving and investing. Number 3. Gratitude and contentment practices. Finding satisfaction in what we already have is a fundamental tenet of Stoicism. By being grateful, we turn our attention from our shortcomings to our blessings, cultivating an attitude of plenty. For example, Stoicism teaches us to be content with the house we live in and the automobile we already possess, as opposed to wishing for a bigger or newer one. This way of thinking lessens the desire for frequent improvements, which can put a burden on finances. Gratitude practice on a regular basis, maybe through a daily journal or mindfulness exercises, may have a significant influence on our perspective of our money and encourage more deliberate spending and saving behaviors. Number 4. Preparing for financial adversity. Stoicism encourages having the wisdom to plan ahead for unforeseen financial difficulties. This entails creating an emergency reserve large enough to sustain monthly living expenditures, making sure you have significant assets and that you have a strategy in place in case of financial difficulties. It's about realizing that things in life are not always predictable. One may have a medical emergency, a job loss, or a worldwide economic catastrophe. You may prevent the anxiety and tension that are frequently connected to financial emergencies by being ready for these eventualities. To guarantee that you are always ready for anything life throws at you, evaluate and tweak your emergency plans on a regular basis. Let's pause for a minute of reflection now. How frequently do you find yourself compelled to live above your means or by unwarranted desires? Do you make it a habit to be grateful for what you already have? Including these Stoic ideas into your financial planning will help you feel more secure and at ease. A notable historical example is provided by Cato the Younger, a Roman statesman renowned for the Stoic tradition and his Stoic values. Cato made the amazing decision to live a life of simplicity and minimalism despite his prominent standing. His opposition to the opulent lifestyle that Rome's elite were known for demonstrated his dedication to Stoicism. Rather, he chose to live in modesty and was well known for his economical ways. True prosperity and satisfaction originate from inside, not from acquiring worldly belongings, as demonstrated by Cato's life. His example shows that financial restraint and wisdom are not new ideas. Rather, they have long been recognized as virtues. Recall Seneca's adage, "The impoverished are not those who have too little, but rather those who desire more." Allow these Stoic ideals to guide you towards sound financial judgment and stability. Lesson 5. Understanding and accepting what you can control. When it comes to stress management, the Stoic idea of concentrating on what we can control is essential. The first step is to discern between what we do and what happens to us. We waste a lot of energy worrying about other people's unpredictable conduct, unanticipated events, or social pressures. The Stoic path instructs us to focus this energy inside. Focusing on our own reactions and choices, we take back control of our mental health. For example, you have no control over the weather, but you do have power over how you prepare for it. Likewise, even if you have no control over what other people do, you do have power over how you respond to them. This transformation in awareness has the capacity to change how we perceive stress and transform helplessness into empowerment. Lesson 6. Practicing mindfulness and presence. Being totally present in the moment is what Stoicism encourages with mindfulness, a potent remedy for stress. It entails being fully present in the moment, unhindered by regrets from the past or worries about the future. This may be developed by engaging in techniques like meditation, which include paying attention to your breath and objectively observing your thoughts. Instead, engage in mindful activities that force you to focus on the present moment, such as painting, gardening, or even dishwashing, paying close attention to the feelings and movements involved. The aim is to fully experience every moment, free from concern or judgment. This exercise increases resistance against the stress of outside events, while also improving your quality of life. Lesson 7. Reflecting on the bigger picture. Taking a more expansive view of things is a fundamental Stoic stress management technique. It involves looking past the immediate and fleeting character of stressful situations. When you're feeling overwhelmed, consider the importance of the problem in the bigger picture of your life. This entails seeing your difficulties as a part of a bigger story rather than trivializing them. You may practice this by thinking back on the difficulties you've faced in the past and realizing how fleeting they were. This wide-ranging viewpoint promotes serenity and aids in setting priorities for what really counts. Understanding that most tensions are temporary helps us cope with life's inevitable ups and downs with greater resilience and composure. Lesson 8. Developing comprehension. An essential component of Stoicism is gratitude, cultivating an optimistic outlook to combat stress. It entails recognizing and valuing the positive aspects of our existence, frequently eclipsed by our attention to issues. By maintaining a thankfulness journal, where you express your thanks for all of life's blessings, you may cultivate gratitude on a regular basis. By doing this, you change your attention from what is missing in your life to what is abundant. Another strategy is to show others your thankfulness, which improves your relationships and your overall well-being. We cultivate resilience and satisfaction by appreciating what we already have, whether it be our health, our relationships, our accomplishments, or even small pleasures. Building a defense against stress's negative consequences. Which of the 8 Stoic lessons most resonated with you? Would you mind sharing it with us? Post your thoughts in the comment section below. Give this video a like and share it to someone you think may find it useful. Please remember to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Maintain your composure and remain stoic till the next video.